in the name are you doing? Clearly, everything because you are Marines. Come on,
I remember asking the recruitment officer in the summer of 1941, "What's the deal with you guys?" And he said, "We're Marines, and we deal in lead." Next thing I knew, I was on a train for San Diego, soldiering for the Corps, boot camp.
Rise and shine, ladies! Beauty sleeps over! Front and center! Do you understand me? In the beginning was God. All else was darkness. So God created the heavens and the earth. He divided the earth between land and sea, and these he filled with many assorted creatures. The dark, slimy creatures of the oceans God called sailors, and he dressed them accordingly. The flighty creatures of the air he called airmen, and these he clothed in uniforms which were ruffled and foul. The lower creatures of the land God called soldiers, and he gave them trousers too short, covers too long, and pockets to warm their hands. And on the seventh day, as you know, God rested. And on the eighth day, at 0500 hours, God looked down upon the earth and was not happy. God was not happy! So he thought about his labors, and in his infinite wisdom, God created a divine creature, and this he called a Marine. And these Marines, whom God created in his own image, were to be of the air, the land, and the sea. And these he gave practical, fighting uniforms, so that they could wage war against the forces of Satan and evil. And he gave them evening and dress uniforms, so they might score with the ladies on Saturday night and impress the hell out of everybody. And at the end of the eighth day, God looked down upon the earth and saw that it was good. But was God happy? No! Because in the course of his labors, he had forgotten one thing. He did not have a Marine uniform, but he thought about it and satisfied himself in knowing that, well, not everybody can be a Marine. This puts me one step above God, because I am a Marine. You remember that, and we'll get along just fine. Now you maggots have exactly 3 minutes until I expect you standing at attention outside. Fall out!
Whew. He scares me, Frank. I think maybe he is God.
Well, Jimmy, just keep your head down and do what he says, and we won't have to find out. Willie, you coming?
Oh, yeah, Frank. Oh, hey, Tommy, right? Tommy Conlin? My name's Willie Gaines. This here's Frank Minoso and Jimmy Sullivan. Where are you from, Tommy?
Oregon. You?
Guys, let's head out. We don't want to piss off God, do we?
Today is the day we separate the men from the girls. You little pukes will learn the basic necessities for survival, and then maybe, I said maybe, you will become a part of the United States Marine Corps. If you can't get this right, we have no use for you. Are you ready?
Aye, Sergeant!
Conlin! Conlin! Front and center! Now, Baker Squad. You are to sit tight and wait for your babysitter to show up. I am not him. Able Squad, I want to see you ladies hightail it over to my obstacle course on the double. Move out! I want to see nothing but asses and elbows, ladies!
Let's make him proud, boys. Stick together.
You got it, Frank. Come on, Jimmy. Tommy?
Birdie, birdie in the sky. Drop some whitewash in my eye. Ain't no sissy, I won't cry. I'm just glad that cows don't fly.
When out in the field, you are going to come across many barriers that you will need to navigate over, under, and through. This course will teach you the Marines' way of doing just that. If you think you have a better way, you can leave now and go show your mother. You are government property. So you better do it my way, and you better like it. Now get over that wall.
Come on, boys. We can do this better than that group. Let's show them what we got.
Not bad, ladies. Now run through those tunnels.
I'm here in San Diego, California, with national news correspondents from around the states. With the permission from military and state officials, the national news is checking in with our boys going through training down here at Camp Elliott.
This here in front of you is the Marines' mud pit. Think of it as your own little swamp. Move out, piggies!
We have been shown some of the most modern military tactics.
Hard to get through with those big, beautiful boots of yours, isn't it?
Some of the newest weaponry, and some of the biggest hardware ever to be devised for military purposes.
Now get on your bellies and crawl like the worms you are!
To say that I am in awe of what I have seen would be an understatement.
If you get caught in that wire, I will leave you here! Now move it!
A portion of the news correspondents will be following the new recruits on their assignments after they have finished training, and I will be there to follow them.
We don't have all day, sweethearts! Get up and over those ladders!
From Camp Elliott, this is Frank Turner reporting.
Keep moving! Move,
And with more
move,
news
move!
from March Field in California, Michael Davis.
Good work, ladies! I bet they didn't teach you this stuff during your sewing classes, did they? Get across the pit using the balance boards! Double time!
I am standing on the stage that just 4 months ago saw actor and comedian Bob Hope give a rousing stand-up for U.S.
You worthless duke! I'm ready to RMU right out of my car!
Put his foot on the gas pedal and never let up in his first ever show for the USO.
Now you're going to learn how to use that rifle that you love so much! Hit those dummies with the butt of your rifle!
USO officials commented, saying its stars and show will continue on, and that Bob Hope will be involved in future events.
Put some muscle into it, Kurds! This isn't your grandmother's China! Give it all you've got!
As for now, things at Marchfield run with calculated and precise movements in anticipation of the return of the 95th Squadron, 17th Bomb Group.
Sergeant! I'm sorry.
You will not apologize! You will continue to destroy the enemy any way you can!
The boys are completing military maneuvers in the Carolinas and will be on their way home soon. From the home of the 17th, this is Michael Davis reporting.
We'll be back with more news in a moment.
What are you turd balls looking at? If the rest of you had half the strength of Private Minoso, I might actually have something to work with. Well, I can't believe you all made it through in one piece. Now let's see how you girls handle the business end of your weapon. Get your butts onto that transport and we'll finish on the firing range. Move it!
Man, what a hard ass. You said it.
Knock it off, you two. That was the hard part. Let's move.
Who died and made him boss?
And we just finished another picture, another road picture. I think it's the last of the roads. We're going to work on the alleys next. With Lamore and Crosby. 10 weeks with Lamore, and I got money too. But think what that cost me in vitamin pills alone.
Welcome to my firing range. You will listen to every word I say. I have not lost a single scumbag on my firing line, and I will not lose one today. Do you ladies understand me? Now gather up some ammo, pick a spot on the range, and we'll get to work.
Take 1 box each, boys. 1 box each.
Aim at the target in front of you. If you hit one, and I mean the bullseye, wait for it to be replaced with a new one. If you move, it will not be very accurate. So keep those boots planted. If you kneel down, you will be more accurate. And getting down in the dirt is even better. So try all 3 positions. Ready on the right. Ready on the left. Stand by, targets. Fire! You look like you're afraid of that rifle, son. Did your sister teach you how to hold that rifle? You couldn't hit water if you fell off a boat. Fire! You are this close to getting my boot in your hand. The MP here will continue to supervise your apparent lack of shooting prowess. See what you boots can do with the autos. You 4 head back to the ammo table, and Corporal Bates there will issue you each an M1928A1 Thompson submachine gun. These weapons are fully automatic, but that does not mean that you should just spray and pray. Take your time to aim and fire the weapon in short bursts only. Looks like you've developed an affinity for automatic weapons, Private Conlin. Your new name is Private Tommy Gun. Do not let me down. Conlin, Gaze, we have 2 scoped rifles available for use today. See how many hits you can get on the long-range targets. Do not let those rifles hit the dirt, maggots.
Check out Willie. That's right, ladies. I'm a crack shot. Just get me over to Germany, and me and this rifle will win that war all by our lonesome.
Talk is cheap, Private, but that's some pretty fair shooting. Not bad, men, not bad. Fetch your rifles back up, and let's move on to the heavier stuff.
Hold up, Private. I'm gonna need to take those weapons from you.
Nice shooting, Davy Crockett. Like hitting fish in a barrel, huh?
First things first. Private Conlin, grab that demolition charge from the table. We haven't got all day, Conlin. You'll see behind me that we have some beat-up jalopies. Today, we're gonna blast the living hell out of them. Private Conlin here is gonna get things started. Private, get your sorry tail down there and plant that charge on one of those cars. That thing is live, so watch yourself. Now get your butt back up here, Private! Good work, Private Conlin. You may just yet make PFC. Let's move over to the grenade station. All right, pick up a couple grenades. Don't worry, ladies. These are training grenades. You think I would trust you with a real grenade? No! Pull the pin and let them fly. See if you can hit some of those barrels out there. Congratulations, Private! Looks like we have ourselves a ball player, ladies. Very well, pond scum. Some of you could do better, but it'll do.
You don't need those anymore, Private.
Now here we have my personal favorite, the M1919A430 caliber machine gun. I want 2 men. One is to act as a spotter and reloader, the other will fire the weapon.
Come on, Tommy. I'll spot for you. This ain't my cup of tea.
Okay, let her rip, ladies!
The boys in Jersey can see me now!
Let's head to the mortars. You may notice we have a fine piece of kraut craftsmanship on the mortar range. Well, you maggots are the first to get a crack at busting that jerry cab into scrap. The first recruit who gets his mortar set up and hits that truck will win my never-ending incredulous
Does
surprise.
anyone remember Rudolf Hess? Hess was the German that parachuted from a Messerschmitt into Ayrshire, Scotland, a few months back. He claimed he was on a secret mission to negotiate peace with the Duke of Hamilton on behalf of Germany. Hess's claims were openly dismissed by Adolf Hitler, and he still remains imprisoned in the town by British authorities. More
Your heavy
news on
weapons
this as we
proficiency
receive
has
it.
been duly
Mr.
noted.
Rollins reporting. Steve McPherson has some interesting
Now,
news.
except maybe for Minoso here, I most seriously doubt any of you will ever be in charge of anything but your own sorry-ass existence. However, there will be times when lives depend on one of you maggots making the right call in the field. I expect each of you to rise to such an occasion. Sullivan, there is a Marine bleeding to death in the open. You cannot reach him without support. Let me hear your call for suppressing fire.
Suppressing fire!
That'll do. Whenever you hear a Marine call that out, you best stand and open fire on anything that moves. And also, you're one aggressive son of a bitch. I bet you'll be charging headlong into hell for the Corps. Let me hear you tell these pansies to move up with you.
Move up!
Outstanding. Gaines, you, on the other hand, strike me as someone who'll turn tail and piss himself at the sight of an advancing enemy. Am I right?
No, drill sergeant!
Well, ain't that a shame? If the combat situation dictates, you may need to do just that. You are heavily outnumbered, Private, so you better tell your squad mates to fall back.
Fall back!
Good. I don't care if you're sucking face with Rita Hayworth herself. You hear a Marine call out, you best respond. Private Conlin, you are being fired upon. Your squad is out of position. You need to get your fire team back into formation. So let's hear you rally these boys.
Marines, rally up!
Good. Let's go.
Most appliance stores, so ask for it by name. Apex. World News Radio is brought to you by shortwave broadcasts, direct from overseas stations and news centers in our own country. With the latest news information from Europe, here's Mitchell Rollins. It was just 4 months ago when Germany launched Operation Mercury, an airborne invasion onto the island of Crete. Indications are that German forces suffered extreme losses in the attack. Now, confirmed reports are that as many as 6,000 German paratroopers have been killed in the battle. The mounting losses are said to have possibly affected Adolf Hitler's decision to justify another airborne invasion in the near future. This is only the second known full-fledged airborne attack by the Germans. The first airborne invasion occurred on The Hague in 1940 and proved equally problematic for them. This is Mitchell Rollins reporting.
All
from
right,
Europe.
man. That's enough for today. Good work out there. But oh my God, Gaines! You've just been shot! Hit the deck! I said hit the deck! Now, there's two things to do if and when you are hit by an enemy in combat. Number one, apply pressure to the wound. Next, if you can, call for a corpsman. If you're lucky, one will be around somewhere nearby. Private Sullivan, I understand you have a medical background.
Yes, Sergeant!
Well, lucky us. Make your way over there a bit and play doc for us. Conlin, You take Private Gaines over to Doc to get him patched up, and then hightail it back over here ASAP.
Careful where you squeeze me there, Tommy.
Hey, thanks for the ride, Tommy.
Newspaper magnate William Randolph Hearst and RKO Pictures. It seems Hearst is none too fond of radio writer turned director Orson Welles.
Well done, Private Conlin. But you've just been shot as well. Hit the deck.
Shots at him personally, as well as his eccentric lifestyle. Hearst is demanding the film prints and negative be destroyed, and claims he will not run any ads in newspapers.
Apply pressure to that wound, Private, or we will lose you.
Contract with RKO provides him final cut of the film.
Now, call on that Corpsman so we can get you patched up and back into action. Corpsman!
We'll follow this story as more news becomes available. From New York, this is Steve McPherson reporting.
We'll be back with more news.
All right, men. Good work today. I do believe that with a little more work, you may have a fighting chance. Let's get scrubbed up for mass. Move out! If you don't move it, my boat and your ass are going
than our
to...
local gas stations to see that gasoline prices are at an all-time high. Averaging just around 19 cents a gallon, the price has jumped significantly from a year ago. Inquiries by reporters to several oil production companies in the state have currently gone unanswered. We'll have more information on this when it becomes available. This is Steve McPherson from New York.
We'll be back with more news